Have you ever thought about how insane the intro story to Oblivion actually is? It's crazy, it's stupid, it's insane, and I love it. So there you are. You're in prison for punching some creepy Fighters Guild porter in the face, and some butthole dummers on the other side just talking some mad poop. Okay, cool. I get to sit here and listen to some Gumby-looking dude slim shading me forever, probably. But then the Emperor, whose name is Ariel, wanders into your cell, and he says,
"Let me see your belly button."
Now, just before this starts getting sexy, a hole opens up in the wall. A hole opens up in the wall. If you're confused right now, well, so's your character. So you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm tired of smelling that poop bucket. I'm out of here. So you double bird flip Gumby, follow your dude out through some human-sized rats who nibble on you, and you and the Emperor basically bond over this experience. He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna die down here, so here's your horoscope. And you're still confused because you don't believe in horoscopes, and this old homie is looking at you kind of creepy, you know. Now, just before this turns into some really weird nudie game, you're interrupted by these blades guys with blades. And they say,
wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
So you're putting down assassins in bathrobes with ease. But despite the easiness of the situation, the Emperor's like, I'm gonna die right here.
Take the amulet.
To my bastard that I seeded one time. And now you're starting to get pretty irritated with it. You're like, what you talking about? But before he answers, oh no, there's a Mythic Dawn assassin hanging out the back of it. He knew. Game over, right?
Wrong.
So this guy, Boris, right here, well, he's like, yo, dog, you... Wait a minute, that sounds bad. I'm sorry. He says, wow, you fine fellow, you must have some integrity, random prisoner I've just met. I don't think you're going to have any issues with rats or goblins or a deadly Daedric prince. And you're like, what was that last part?
Rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
No, but you just said, hey man, get the amulet to Joffrey.
For the Emperor!
Joffrey's like the whitest name ever, by the way. So you step out of the sewers like, damn, what just happened? Best go give this amulet to this guy, Joffrey. Unfortunately, things in Oblivion are never easy. That's not true, actually. Oblivion's a pretty easy game. But you show up, and my text message goes off.
This cannot be.
So you show up, and he's like, bless you, my son. Probably. You know, because he's a priest. And then he says, go to Kvatch, as that's where Martin is chilling. And you're like, you lazy son of a... Fine. Just a walk, right? No big deal. Now, just as you're about to get there, there's a bunch of nutsos going nuts, saying, dog, the city's on fire. I'm out. Peace.
Kvatch is a smoking ruin. We're all that's left. Do you understand me?
Ooh.
Everyone else is dead. They'll be here any minute, I'm telling you. Run, we can!
Blah, blah, blah. And you're thinking, what? Huh? This took a little turn. The amulet's starting to look a lot better in the hands of a fence rather than some bastard priest. But you're curious, so you keep on walking up the road. And you see what can only be described as the Eye of Sauron in the middle of the Kvatch door. And all these freaky demons running at you. And also running at you is this guard captain. And he's like, you go inside and save my men.
For Kvatch!
And you're thinking, now hold the hell up. All I've got is this rat meat and a lockpick. I'm just looking for some priest. And he says, no time for excuses. Move!
For Kvatch!
So you go in, having a full-blown meltdown. You're running around drinking some sort of pink drink just to stay alive. Dudes in full-blown armor are on the...
Dude, what? What?
are on the floor, dead, right beside you. People are dying all around you. There's demons, there's imps, there's goblins. You're ducking, you're diving, you're dodging, doing all the dodgeball stuff. And right there, boom! Magic. Whoo! Now you're drunk as hell and all you want to do is just crash. But then you get gaslit into helping some more. You're in some leather S&M top, still smoldering from lava swims. And some absolute chads come running in shiny gear, and they're like, "We saw the smoke from the road." And you're like, "Dude, my clothes are still smoking, dog." Then you're made to run into a castle on fire, find a dead guy, take his ring, hand it over whilst you have no eyebrows and PTSD.
For Kvatch!
Anyway, that's all rad and all, but, screw that Martin guy.